I feel like I need to wash, like I'm dirt. That was, it show you his character.
Was that the reason for including it?
Yeah, I mean, what's the odds that you would do that in front of the camera?
Say what now? Not 50 Cent going all out and claiming that dead bodies were allegedly found in Diddy's hidden mansion during those federal raids back in March 2024. This explains why the conspiracy theories have been running absolutely rampant ever since those agents pulled up with helicopters and rifles. Apparently, 50 got his hands on some exclusive footage for his Netflix documentary, and he's not holding back on exposing every single detail. And as if all this wasn't bad enough, Diddy is now sitting in prison after being convicted on trafficking charges, while 50 continues to drag him through the mud. In fact, the documentary that just dropped in December 2025 has people questioning everything they thought they knew about what really went down at those mansions. And baby, the receipts that are coming out of this Netflix documentary are nasty.
Here and there, y'all are not working together the right way. We're losing.
Okay, so 50 first came for Diddy when he announced his Netflix documentary back in 2024. And when I tell you he was petty about it, I'm not even exaggerating. The beef between these two goes all the way back to 2001 when 50 allegedly ghost wrote for Diddy and felt like he didn't get the credit he deserved. Then in 2002, 50 hopped on a Biggie remix and basically implied that Diddy knew about Biggie's murder before it happened. But 50 didn't stop there. By 2006, he dropped a track called The Bomb, where he straight up accused Diddy of being involved in Tupac's death.
They said you wrote 2 verses for Diddy. One was the Let's Get It, and the other one was on the I Get Money remix.
Yeah.
But they said you wrote it, and it's him confessing the crime.
Jay, help me with that.
Jay, help me with that.
Jay, help me with that.
Broke nose, but Diddy did it. Carl Jr., big homes, your Diddy did it. Shootouts, coastal beach, your Diddy did it. But my lawyer's so good that Diddy gotta quit.
Jay did that part right there when he said,
Man, cut it out, man.
shootouts, coastal beat. I wasn't around for that. I was like East Coast, West Coast.
So when Diddy's legal troubles started piling up in 2023 and 2024, 50 saw his opportunity to allegedly expose everything he's been claiming for decades. He announced the documentary and immediately started trolling Diddy on Instagram with posts like, "It's over for him," right after the March 2024 raids. Then in May 2025, he posted, "Oh my goodness, itty bitty Diddy wants me dead," just to rub salt in the wound. Now, as you can imagine, when the documentary finally dropped in December 2025, people were gagging at what 50 had uncovered about those March 2024 federal raids. So according to the official reports, Homeland Security agents stormed Diddy's mansions in Los Angeles and Miami with full SWAT teams, helicopters, and assault rifles like they were taking down a cartel. And what they allegedly found inside was absolutely wild. We're talking about over 1,000 bottles of lubricant and baby oil, drugs, illegal firearms, and evidence of what prosecutors called freak-off parties. But here's where things get messy. Right after the raids, conspiracy theories started circulating on social media, claiming that federal agents allegedly found dead bodies in hidden tunnels underneath the mansions. These rumors went viral on X within hours, with people connecting the alleged tunnels to all kinds of dark conspiracy theories about trafficking and murder. The thing is, no official raid reports ever mentioned finding any bodies or tunnels. But that didn't stop people from running with the story, especially after 50's documentary came out and added even more fuel to the fire.
That too. I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's speakers behind this wall. Whoa. This is the coolest place I've ever explored. I'm saying it right now. Guys, this house is literally the coolest thing I've ever explored. I just said it. It's official. This is the coolest thing I've ever explored in my life. This red room, plus the whole basement, and I'm gonna go back to the indoor swimming pool. When do you ever see that in abandoned, like in an abandoned mansion, you have an indoor swimming pool? This is my first time seeing it, and I just want to keep getting as many shots as possible. This place is unbelievable. it sucks that this light isn't big enough for like the whole thing, but this is just one big circle room with a palm tree in the middle, all designed like this. This house is next level. Like, I literally thought I was entering a dungeon seeing this. Little did I know I was.
And since we are on the topic of what was allegedly found, let's talk about the exclusive footage 50 got his hands on. Because baby, this is where it gets really messy. So according to the documentary, 50 Cent's team obtained pre-arrest footage of Diddy that was allegedly recorded by Diddy's own videographer. In the footage, Diddy is sitting in a hotel room having a conversation about his legal troubles, and he literally says, "We need to find someone who will work with us who has worked in the dirtiest of dirty businesses. We are losing." When I tell you people lost their minds over this quote, I'm not exaggerating. The videographer allegedly sold this footage to 50's production team, and Diddy's lawyers immediately came out claiming the footage was stolen. But the filmmakers denied those accusations and said they obtained everything legally. Diddy's team released a statement in December 2025 calling the documentary a shameful hit piece and demanding that Netflix take it down. But baby, Netflix wasn't budging, and the documentary kept racking up millions of views.
We have to find somebody that'll work with us that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business. We're losing.
Anyway, people had their theories about what Diddy meant by dirtiest of dirty businesses, and some of them were connecting it to the dead body rumors that had been circulating since the raids. The most popular conspiracy theory involved Kim Porter, Diddy's ex-girlfriend who died back in 2018 from what was officially ruled as pneumonia. People started claiming that Diddy allegedly had her poisoned because she knew too much about his illegal activities. Then in September 2024, a fake memoir supposedly written by Kim Porter started circulating online, making all kinds of wild allegations about Diddy. But Kim's family came out immediately and debunked the whole thing, saying the memoir was completely fabricated. Still, conspiracy theorists kept connecting Kim's death to other suspicious deaths in Diddy's orbit. Some people even tried linking the alleged dead bodies from the raid to the unsolved murders of Tupac Shakur and the notorious B.I.G. from the 1990s. And while there's absolutely no verified evidence that any bodies were found during those March 2024 raids, the conspiracy theories just kept growing.
She had been trying to talk to the FBI for years. Her and her first husband, her real husband, her only true husband, Albert Brown.
It's very genuine and sweet and compassionate, and those are the things that I fell in love with, outside of his good looks.
She'd been going to the feds. They had been ignoring her because Diddy is an informant.
Right. So do you think that was part of the reason that she was?
He died 6 weeks after she met with Cassie at the Ivy. That's when Cassie got the burner phone and one of the flash drives.
And did the flash drive have some of the tapes?
Yeah. Kim had been collecting tapes for years. People haven't heard me talk about it much, but I remember when she got her first Mercedes in New York. Andre Arell bought it for her. She was his assistant.
But baby, here's where the receipts get interesting. Because while there's no proof of dead bodies, there is proof of something equally disturbing. So according to the over 70 lawsuits filed against Diddy, what he was allegedly doing at those mansions might not involve dead bodies, but it's still absolutely horrifying. The lawsuits span incidents from 1991 all the way to 2022, with accusers claiming Diddy allegedly drugged them, trafficked them, and forced them into sexual acts at his infamous freak-off parties. The most high-profile case came from Cassie Ventura, Diddy's ex-girlfriend, who filed a lawsuit in November 2023 detailing years of alleged abuse. Diddy settled that case within 24 hours, and while the settlement amount wasn't disclosed, people estimate it was in the millions. Then in 2024, a producer named Rodney Lil Rod Jones filed a $30 million lawsuit making similar allegations. And here's the part that really had people shook. Some of the lawsuits alleged that Diddy's victims included minors, with some accusers claiming they were as young as 9 or 10 years old when the alleged abuse happened.
That happened to me, I just don't even want to speak on it, you know what I'm saying? Some days, those girls next to me woke up, some days, he was in the bed. I would wake up feeling sore, still not understanding exactly what's, you know what I'm saying, transpiring. But this is me starting to understand that I was drugged pretty often. I tried to confide in KK, Christina, that's Puff's chief of staff. And I thought it would be more, understood if I took it to someone who's a woman. But she was always like...
In July 2025, Diddy was convicted on 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. And in October 2025, he was sentenced to 50 months in prison. He's currently locked up at Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution. Oh, and remember what I said about 50 having receipts? Well, one of the most damning pieces of evidence that came out wasn't even in the documentary. It was the leaked video of Diddy assaulting Cassie that CNN released back in May 2024. The surveillance footage from 2016 shows Diddy in a hotel hallway, physically attacking Cassie. And when I tell you the video was disturbing, I mean it. After the video leaked, Diddy posted an apology video on Instagram claiming he was sorry and that he had hit rock bottom at that time in his life. But people weren't buying it. They called it too little too late, especially since he had previously denied all of Cassie's allegations before the video surfaced. And guess what? That apology video ended up being used against him during his trial as evidence that he knew he was guilty. Diddy lost over 1 million Instagram followers in the weeks after the video dropped, and pretty much every major brand cut ties with him. His apology backfired so badly that his legal team probably wished he had just stayed quiet. Now, when it comes to 50 Cent's role in all this, people have been questioning whether he's doing this for justice or just pure pettiness born from their decades-long beef. So according to 50, he made the documentary to give Diddy's alleged victims a voice and to expose the truth about what really happened. And to be fair, the documentary does feature interviews with multiple accusers and provides a detailed timeline of the allegations. But I don't know about y'all, but it's pretty obvious that 50 is also enjoying every second of this. Throughout Diddy's legal troubles, 50 has been on Instagram posting memes and jokes about the situation, trolling Diddy relentlessly. There are even rumors that 50 allegedly slept with one of Diddy's ex-girlfriends, which would add a whole other layer of pettiness to this beef. And let's not forget that 50 is making money off this documentary. Netflix reportedly paid him a significant sum, and the attention from the doc helped him land a new series on A&E called Gang Wars that premiered in January 2026. Anyway, people seem to believe it's a mix of both. 50 is exposing real crimes, but he's also getting his revenge after 20-plus years of beef. And as if the documentary wasn't enough, there's also the Jay-Z connection that has people absolutely spiraling about how deep this allegedly goes. So, according to a lawsuit filed in December 2024, Jay-Z was named alongside Diddy as a co-defendant in an alleged rape case from the year 2000. The lawsuit claims that both Diddy and Jay-Z allegedly assaulted a minor at a VMA after-party. Jay-Z immediately denied the allegations and filed a countersuit against the accuser's lawyer, calling the whole thing a shakedown.
There's no vindication for me because for 4 years I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
His legal team has been fighting back aggressively, and Beyonce's team even allegedly threatened Piers Morgan after he aired an interview with Jaguar Wright, making similar claims. Morgan ended up editing the interview and removing certain allegations after receiving legal threats. But the damage was already done, and now people are wondering how many other powerful figures in the industry were allegedly involved in these parties. The fact that someone as big as Jay-Z got pulled into this has people questioning everything.
Well, Jaguar Wright unexpectedly made several serious allegations about Jay-Z and Beyonce during that interview. As I said in the moment, they were not present to respond or defend themselves, but now they have. Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with a legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored. But, like the proverbial cries of fire in a crowded theatre, there are legal limits on us too. And we apologise to Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, and remember the dead body theories? Well, some people are now connecting them to the Tupac and Biggie murders that Diddy has allegedly been tied to for decades. Tupac was killed in 1996, and Biggie was murdered in 1997, and there have always been conspiracy theories about Diddy's alleged involvement. 50 Cent has been pushing this narrative since 2006 when he dropped The Bomb and accused Diddy of setting up Tupac's murder. In his 2002 diss on the Biggie remix, 50 implied that Diddy knew the hit was coming. And now, with the Netflix documentary bringing all of this back into the spotlight, conspiracy theorists are trying to connect the alleged dead bodies from the raids to these unsolved murders from the 1990s. But baby, here's the thing. While the dead body claims remain unproven conspiracy theories with absolutely no verified evidence, the documented crimes that Diddy has been convicted of are horrifying enough on their own. There's no need to make up stories about bodies in tunnels when the man is literally sitting in prison for sex trafficking. Right after the documentary dropped, Diddy's legal team went into full panic mode and tried to fight back against 50's expose. They released a statement through Diddy's lawyers calling the documentary a shameful hit piece and claiming that the footage used was stolen property. The filmmakers immediately denied the theft accusations and said everything was obtained legally through proper channels. And guess what? Diddy's team also threatened to sue Netflix for defamation. But as of January 2026, no lawsuit has been filed. But baby, they were better off being quiet because every time they try to do damage control, it just makes things worse. Diddy is currently at Fort Dix Federal Correctional Institution, serving his 50-month sentence, and his legal team is working on appeals. But the damage to his reputation is already done. He lost his Diageo partnership in 2023, his Hulu deal was canceled in 2024, and pretty much every major endorsement has disappeared. Anyway, people had their thoughts about the documentary and all these revelations, and the social media reactions were absolutely unhinged. Hashtags like Diddy Tapes and Surviving Diddy trended with billions of impressions across X and TikTok. The Diddy oil meme took off, referencing those 1,000+ bottles of lubricant found during the raids. TikTok was flooded with short clips from the documentary, and YouTube gossip channels were pumping out videos with titles like Diddy Caught on Prison Tapes that racked up over 10 million views. The stand wars between 50 Cent supporters and the few remaining Diddy defenders got nasty, with people throwing around all kinds of accusations. One person said, 50 is doing what the industry was too scared to do, expose these predators. Another person said, whether you like 50 or not, he's giving victims a platform they never had before. But now I want to know your thoughts. Do you really think dead bodies were found at Diddy's mansion? Or is that just conspiracy theories running wild? And do you think 50 Cent is genuinely trying to help victims? Or is this just the pettiest revenge plot in hip-hop history? Let me know your thoughts in the section below.